Hey everybody, thanks for coming by the channel today. I'm Andy the Kenworth Guy. So today we have a treat for you. We have a brand new 2020 W900 long hood, the W9L, with a 72-inch bunk. It's a beautiful shade of blue, my favorite color. So let's roll that intro and head outside and take a look at this truck. All right, so here we are at the truck. Like I said, this is a brand new 2020 W900L. It has the 72-inch Aero Cab Aerodyne sleeper, or ACAD. It's kind of what we call it, 72 ACAD. With the Aero Cab, you get the windows up in the top of the sleeper, and with the 72-inch bunk, that's the first size of bunk that we offer where you have the upper windows on the side of the bunk. So let's really dive into the spec here and see what this is all about. So let's check it out. All right, so starting up here at the front of the truck, you'll notice it has the Texas style bumper. That's right from the factory. So that's not a special bumper. We order that and it comes right in from the factory. We order it with the 2 toe pins. You have an option to put a center mount toe pin in it. It has the extra ribs on the grille here. So you have 7 across the front here as opposed to the standard 3. And you can really trim out the truck here. This is totally stock. Nothing really has been modified on the truck. It's basically how it comes from the factory, but you can put bug deflectors, you can put chrome paneling underneath here, you can change out the headlights, do lots of different options here. This is a beautiful color of blue, and unfortunately, it's kind of clouding over. It was sunny just a few minutes ago, and the sun was sparkling, or the paint was sparkling. It's a nice metal flake, and it is a little dusty, so I'm sorry. It was washed yesterday, and it rained a little bit, so sorry it's kind of dusty, but that's okay. Trucks can be washed. All right, so we order it with the aluminum Durabrite rims, I believe. No, these are just the level 1 polish. They're not Durabrites. So these rims, you can repolish them. With the Durabrites, you can't. They come with soap and water. You can just clean them off that way. As far as the hood, this is the long hood. You can order it with the chrome paneling right here and chrome paneling right here, which we did on this spec. It has the covers over top of the air intakes. We haven't taken the white plastic off of here. That's just to protect it. Once this truck is ready and gonna deliver, we'll get all that removed and finish it up how the customer wants. 15-inch air cleaners on both sides with the dual exhaust and the 7-inch tailpipes up top. We have dual motorized mirrors mounted to the cab, not to the door. And this is an aluminum huck-bolted cab, so it is not steel. It is an aluminum huck-bolted cab, so it won't rust or corrode on you. You can kind of see a little bit of the metal flake in here. Very nice. Down here we have your def tank and a fuel tank with the chrome cover, polished tanks with a 7-inch strap. So that's a really nice way to set it up. One other thing you can do to really dress it up is go with the polished cover with the polished end caps on the sides here. This one here is painted. Everybody always asks how much for a truck like this. Call me and I'll tell you, ballpark, depending on what the US dollar is doing, around $200,000 is kind of the rough ballpark. But if you want a firm number, call me, email me, and I'll let you know. As far as the rest of the truck here, we have the doors with the windows on both sides, and we have the sleeper extender. So that's a 19-inch extension on the back here to, if you are pulling a reefer or you want to close the gap between the trailer and the back of the cab, you have a little bit of that gap filled in there. We gonna get rained on? I don't know, the trees are kind of indicating so. But anyhow, I think we're gonna get some thunderstorms a little bit later on today. But enough about the weather, Andy. Talk about the truck. Sorry. As far as on the back here, we have Bridgestone M770s on the back here. As far as the tires, we have the Michelins on the front. We got the Kenworth AG400 suspension, which is the 8-bag. We changed this 8-bag design The Y bracket here was always been there pretty much. There was an older version with the AG200 that had the pin and an AG100 that had a bar coming out. And pretty much when somebody refers to an 8-bag, you have to specify which version you're looking at. We don't offer the 100 or the 200 anymore, but some people might say, well, the AG or the 8-bag air ride doesn't ride great. Well, which one are you referring to? Well, the AG200 or the AG100 or the 400, because there's a difference. They've made a lot of improvements over the years. We ordered the truck with the air slide fifth wheel, so it's a 24-inch air slide, 8 or roughly 9-inch ride height. So the saddle heights can be changed, so if you want to have your fifth wheel sit a little bit lower. This truck is sitting on tall rubber, so it's 24/5 all the way around. So the truck sits a little high. You have the fifth wheel ramps right from the factory, so those are bolted right in. And we got full 4-way locking differentials. On this side, we have obviously the aluminum rims, a duplicate side of the other. We got a larger fuel tank here with frame access, and we got the marker lights, backup lights rather, up here, and your exhaust dual sides here. I'm kind of rushing through this. It's the end of the day here. Want to get home, but want to shoot a quick video for you guys before we leave. Let's crack open this hood and see what's inside. I hate standing on top of the bumper. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, why was that so hard to open? I'm going to show you. When the trucks come from the factory, there's 3 different mounting points. This is the standard stock mounting point here, where those little pieces slide over top of here. If this isn't greased up, it'll bind. The other thing is right here, you can see this piece is still vibrating, and that's not because it's windy, that's because it was being reefed on. It's kind of like when you hit something and it just stays shaking for a while. Those little rubbers need to be greased as well, otherwise it will bind. Now, we order these trucks with this bracket right here to help support the side of the fender so you don't get the paint starring. That is not standard, that is an option. So make sure if you do want to have the truck come in with that, you order it. On this side of the engine, we have the 565 X15 Performance Series, and you gotta love that anniversary edition badging on there. It's really neat. We got the power steering, we got the fuel water separator, we got your boost terminals, remote lube terminal, we got your air fill right here. This fills up all the air in the truck. Engine oil check. We got your engine oil fill. Where we hide this oil fill, it's right down there. And washer fluid right there. A couple fuses. Take a look on the other side. Now, on a windy day, something that you should do, the wind is actually coming this direction, so what I want to say is there is a safety latch that you need to engage, or that you should engage, so that the hood doesn't come down and crack you on the head. So I'll just show you right here. Right up here is a little wire, and that hooks on to the hood. And when you hook that up there, that helps to prevent the hood from coming back and falling on you while you're working underneath if you're doing it outside. Now, on this side of the frame, this side of the engine, you have the turbo, you got your coolant up high, you have your belts and your alternator, your air conditioning compressor, everything right over there. Your HVAC system is on the firewall outside of the engine. So as you can see, the engine sits in front of the firewall, it doesn't go into the cab, so easy to service and get to. If you want to add a little bit more filtration to the HVAC system so you're not getting dust blowing into the cab, you can put another filter right on top of here and just screws right in. So they're available in our parts store. And I haven't mentioned it, but this is a stock truck. This is what we order and we carry in stock at all times. So if you are interested in speccing out a truck, maybe take a look at our stock. We probably have something that would work for you. This particular unit has somebody interested in buying it, but we have other trucks, various colors, red, gray, black, white, lots of different trucks exactly like this available for sale at all times. So let's close up the hood. That part's a little easier. And take a look inside. All right, so I'm just gonna leave the door open because it's quite warm out right now. I don't feel like sweating it out in here. As far as the dash is concerned, how we order this truck, we order power windows on both sides. We got the motorized mirrors that I talked about already with the heat control right there. You got your lock. We do order it with keyless entry also. Here's your lighting for the backup side of the sleeper, and then just an extra wire coiled up behind the cab. This is your interior lighting, and then your sleeper lights if you want to turn those on or off. There's your engine fan, a spare switch as well. We have your standard gauges up here, your speedometer and tach. We've filled up the gauges right here, and then the navigation screen as well. And down here we have your regen switch, another spare auxiliary lights. So if you wanted to put lights on under the cab or on the air breathers, you have some auxiliary lights, and those are wired up on the side of the frame. You can kind of, or side of the mirrors, you can see it right there. Auto traction control, your hazards, your beacons, PTO switch, your air slide, fog lights, air suspension dump, and then there's your switches for your full four-way lockups. Like I said, it's got a 18-speed manual transmission, so that's right there. We ordered the truck with the Sears Ultra leather seats, so we just got some plastic over to protect it, but here, we do have plastic on the floor. It is being removed. I am wearing my shoes, but don't worry, the plastic will come off and the carpet will look minty, minty, minty. So here is the Sears Ultra leather seat. So it is a very comfortable seat, a little bit wider base. So you get a little bit more of a, some people call them the fat boy seats, but a little bit more comfortable seat than a National, some would say. As far as the steering wheel, it is a leather wrap steering wheel. You have your Jake control and your high idle and your cruise control switches are right over there. So that's the smart wheel. As far as in the sleeper, we order it with the drawers on the bottom here. So you got the lower drawers, and then you got an upper drawer here too. So there is a little bit of dirt in here. I know this truck hasn't been detailed yet, just came in. We do have the armrests here. They do flip out of the way. You can kind of see how that works. This cabinet opens up here. You got a nice deep pocketed cabinet. You got a hanger, a spot to hang long pants or a jacket if you'd like. Back here is your little control unit to adjust your heat or air conditioning when the truck is running. There's your fridge to turn it off and on, your sleeper lights to turn the lights on in the back. This is for this little panel light right there. You got a little old school cup holder. You can adjust that for size. A little bit about that. Let's flip over to this side here. Here's your fridge and freezer. It is mounted to the floor. If you want something a little bit higher up, get the W990. It's mounted a little bit higher. This one here, this opens up and you have your table that flips down. So you got a nice little writing pad or a spot to eat if you'd like. You can put a TV in there, laptop, printer, whatever you'd like. There is a power outlet down there, just a 12-volt style. Close this up. We order it with a diamond VIT in black, which is a very lovely color. So you get the diamond stitching. When you order the diamond VIT, it comes standard with the cabinets here, and so just a little tip. If you are speccing out a truck, whether you are ordering a truck for a customer or you're the customer and you're speccing one out, make sure if you're ordering the Diamond VIT that you specify that you want to have a fridge, because it doesn't come standard in the 72-inch bunk. In an 86-inch, when the Diamond Studio is ordered, you get the fridge included and you get the lower drawers included. With the 72-inch sleeper and you order the Diamond VIT, these are optional. So make sure that you order them if you want to have that. So word to the wise. This upper bunk drops down so you can have a little bit more storage if what we have here isn't enough, or if you want to use the bed. And then this lower bed is fixed unless you order the option to make it liftable, and that's like a $900 option. I think I've only done it once or twice in my career, so not a common thing to have liftable. So that's a little bit about the interior. All right, so thanks again for coming by the channel to watch this video. I appreciate you being here and being part of the community. If you want to see something or you have a question, I read all the comments. I try to answer everybody, so just comment below. If you are interested in looking at what we have for stock, you can give me a call, you can send me an email. Again, my contact information is below. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, and you'd like to see more videos that I put out, just click that subscribe button down here and hit that little notification bell, because just because you subscribe doesn't mean you'll get notified when new videos come out. So that bell is important to hit. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you also want to check out my other information that I put out there, you can go to my own personal webpage. It's thekenworthguy.com. If you want to see what our entire network has available for sale, new and used, inland-group.com is the dealership that I work for, Inland Kenworth, and you can check out what we have listed there for stock. So again, thanks for coming by the channel, and as always, have yourself the world's best day.